Hi everybody, thanks for joining me on my next nature journaling video. I'm taking a walk along the River Clyde walkway which runs along Glasgow Green here, and I was mainly wanting to look at trees, but as I was walking along I saw these weeds. They're called Himalayan balsam, or the common name is kiss me on the mountain. They're not really liked in our country because they compete with native species of wildflowers that the bees like. The bees really like them. They've got a high nectar production, but that means that they tend to go to these first and foremost over a lot of the wildflower nectar producing flowers. But they do look lovely. They've got beautiful colours, so that's why I filmed them. This is one of the trees I discovered, and by looking at my little reference book, as you'll see later, this is a rowan tree. Or a mountain ash tree. It's covered in berries already. It's got a tall, straight, clean trunk, bole, with grey smooth bark, and you can see on its trunk it's kind of scarred horizontally as if a knife scarred it, and the branches all tend to go upwards as well. The little fruits are like little mini apples, and scarlet red. I'll tell you more about that later. But if you can listen here, you'll hear lots and lots of bird noises. And if you look closely towards the bottom of the centre of the video, you'll see what is a bullfinch, a male bullfinch with its orange feathers and what appears to be its partner. And you can hear what appear to be their chicks. So there was quite a lot of noise going on there. But that was a real treat, being able to hear that and see that. You can just about see them there. I don't know what they were doing, if they were feeding them or whatever, but it was cool. And this tree, this was one just a little bit further along. This appears to be a willow. I'm not sure if it's white willow or a crack willow according to the book, but according to that little book as well, it is hard to distinguish willow species. This one, the leaves are amazing. They're like daggers. This trunk is amazing. I think the reason, according to the book, the reason it's so narrowed is when they cut off the branches, or when they lop branches that need to be cut off, it doesn't recover properly, it doesn't heal properly, so it deforms the trunk. But you can hear the rustling of the leaves, just to bring us back to our senses, and you can hear how full these trees are of all their leaves as well. This was another one just a bit further along. It was another willow, and it was a really tall one with really tall slender branches coming off it as well. I'm not sure if this was a crack willow or a white willow again, but you can certainly see white there in the leaves as the light's reflecting off it. So yeah, that was nice. And for identifying these, I just looked at the little book, and I'm going to talk a wee bit more about that shortly. So moving on, I walked along a bit, and this was one of the bridges above. And looking into the water here, you can see a heron. There are quite a lot of birds use the hunt in the River Clyde now. According to a friend of mine, a fishing friend, he was telling me that the Clyde itself has been well replenished. It's cleaned up its act over the years. So you will get quite a lot of birds coming in to hunt the Clyde, and herons particularly enjoy hanging out to see what they can get hold of. But in a few minutes you'll see a cormorant, and this was a real treat. I was able to watch this cormorant have a swim along, stop, flap its bat-like wings, then swim along again, and then it took off. So just watch for a few moments and you'll be able to see that happen. So it was a real treat. And I'm just walking along a little bit, as you'll see, to keep in line with it and its flight path, or its swimming path. And it's just swimming along there and flapping its wings. See it flapping its wings there? They always remind me of bats. Just keep your eyes on it. And off it goes. So that was cool. And then that's another angle of that lovely willow trunk, the kind of deformed one. Just another angle of showing you. So I went back to the studio because it was threatening to rain, so that I could consult that little book. It's really old and it belongs to the studio manager, Pete, and I think he got it at a charity shop. And it's lovely. It's got lots of lovely diagrams. It tells you about all the different types of trees, their leaves, their twigs. It's full of photos, all that kind of thing and stuff. And that's how I identified those trees. It also had some really interesting facts. So, for example, on the rowan tree, the fruits, according to the book, the fruits don't normally ripen until September. But yesterday was the 1st of August, so that in itself is interesting and kind of slightly concerning, because it tells you that the summers obviously have gotten a good bit hotter. I mean, we know the facts about climate change, but to kind of read that in that old book and then realise, the difference was quite scary in a way. And here I am, I'm just drawing. I've put my photos onto my computer and I'm just sketching into the nature journal some of the things that I've seen that I've liked, the colours, the willow, the shape of the leaves. I've wrote some notes as well, just to remind myself about what I saw, what I observed. And I've recorded them all in the little journal. So there you are, so you can see what I've written there as well. So thanks for watching, and next time I'm hoping to return to some of our senses and back to my garden and the sense of taste. So thanks.